Here we go. Got a little bit of change here. Got a little bit of a setup. 94 GMC Jimmy frame, not the pickup. So we got an 87 Monte Carlo 305. Just freshly taken out, cleaned up, painted, put back in. Got the power steering pump back on, the water pumps on, crankshaft, and chrome alternator, and the carburetor is just sitting on there. And so, well, got the starter put in. And today I was working with the cross member. So as you can see from here, she looks great all the way down. Drive shaft's up in the air because I'm using the exhaust and I'm mocking everything up. I'll back up out of here so y'all can look in there and see. Let me kneel down. And so now you can see the motor is sitting right good with the frame. Transmission is dipped down like it's supposed to. So that way we have clearance, up and down for the drive shaft. So it's sitting in there the way it's supposed to. Tip back just a little. Also, this is also sitting on a hill, so it's not exactly level. This rear is sagging down a little much, but at all angles, I think we damn near got a full, complete drive line. Almost ready for startup. I know the motor needs to get turned just a hair this way. The motor mount bolts are not tightened, so when they get the right bolts in there and they get tightened, I'll pick up on that side and tighten it down, she'll be fine. And the exhaust is nice and lined up. Drive shaft's not going to be a problem with the mufflers. They'll be direct connect. Straight here in the back with a 4-link setup for the rear. So that's pretty much where we're at. This cross member is not even going to work. That came off a much bigger truck, and it barely gets in between those two frame rails. So I had to rethink the process and go with this route. This is the 4-wheel drive cross member for an S10. And that's what I got so far. That's a hell of a block in there. If I let it down any lower, that transmission is going to be banging all over that cross member, so that's why I have to put a block in there. So, because I didn't run the bolts all the way through that block 2x2, I don't have to put any spacers in there to tighten up against. So they're directly tightened right through the top lip on both sides, and it's going to be bolted through the bottom on both sides. Should not be a problem, but if it does become a problem, I'm hearing knocking on the floorboard, I know I'm going to have a hell of a time on my hands. So that's where I'm at with this. As you can tell, I'm working my way from the front, working my way back here, and she's going to be almost there. So our days are getting colder, and my days are getting older. So things take a little time for me to get things rolling. So this drive shaft came from an S10 pickup truck. Transmission came out of a 1979 1-ton dually axle. Bolted right up to the 305 just fine. No modifications. I need a torque converter yet. I do have the transmission lines that need to be routed. Oh, cool. Thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Makes it feel worthwhile. Thank you for coming in and watching the video. So, it's not much of a video today. I'm just showing my overall progress over everything that I've done so far. Though I really wanted Ford with Ford, Chevy with Chevy. But unfortunately, this is my options. So this is what I have to work with. And for those that don't know, this is what's going to be making their way on to that frame. 1931 Model A Ford. So on a GMC Jimmy 4x4 frame, from this firewall to right here at the beginning of this wheel well, I'll walk back here to the frame to show how far it goes back to. Take me a moment here. I'll get around the corner here. So the perfect spot across the firewall at the bottom is 36 inches. So where we have is 36 inches right from here, which you can see with the transmission where that is. It'll be perfect. So right there would be my first motor mount. That'd be my other one. Put a rubber bushing there from the original mounts that used to go here. So from this point back, that'll be the firewall. It comes out just a little bit past, so it'll be right here, right with the transmission bell housing. So then it goes all the way back to the wheel well, and my marks are right here. You can see right where my marks are. So that would be right where this starts to come up. Then inside my wheel well on the Model A, it has a perfect spot for mounting the back end of it. So I'll put another rubber bushing there to cushion the ride so it don't send vibration into the cab, rattling everything. And then I'm going to do a 4 drag link rear conversion from leaf spring to the 4 drag link, because with that body the way it is, it's not original in the back. And I'll show what they've done. It's actually got a Cadillac trunk lid on the back of it. They tried to make it like the Model A Roadster. Good effort. I'm not here to make fun of anyone's work, but you can see, yeah, it's nice, big and bulky here, but then, and you can't really see, now you can. You can really see how bad it is right here. Okay, so what they've done is they took the trunk lid and welded all the way across. That was okay. But it comes here, they cut the support to the trunk lid, bent it, and came down here and then off the back. So if you look up in here, you can see the trunk lid, and then you can't even open it. But hell of a framework. Whoever built the frame made this sucker solid. This thing was not intended. Let me see if I could turn the light on. No, won't let me turn the light on. Okay. So everything's original across the front here, except for the steering column, which I kind of dig. So I'll hold it steady so you can see all up in here. They've done some serious framework. This thing's heavy as shit. I tell you, it took 6 of us to move this thing. This body is heavy. You are not taking one hand to grab that. It's not strapped down. You're not. Nah. There ain't no way in hell one person going to pick that up. These things ain't normally that heavy. But if I go to the back and pick it up, I could probably do it. But you ain't picking this sucker up from the side. I got the doors strapped shut, the window frame strapped shut so it don't get damaged during moving around. The problems with the body. They put a sunroof, as you can see there's a sunroof. They welded it and the worm gear got melted so you can't even open it. That's one problem. The other problem is instead of butt welding, they overlapped it and then welded it, which is okay here. Okay, I mean all of this is fine here. But when you get back into here, you got this layer on top of this layer, and then you got this layer, which, I mean, they tried to do the best they could. So I can't complain, but I can actually, there's a good section of this in behind this. So I could possibly do a butt weld, just cut it and then butt weld it as it goes across. And then the same thing here, I'll grind this off and then butt weld it to make this into one piece. Same thing up here, same thing down here. Try to figure out what to do with this here, and so it blends in and looks like what's supposed to be there. And do the butt weld and get that fixed up, because they ain't supposed to be like that. This here is supposed to be the same surface area as this, but looks like a rain spout. And so the overall, I mean, not too bad in the back, but yeah, it's about what you would expect. So it don't look right. I mean, if I step back here, it just don't look like a Model A. It looks like a 40s, mid 40s style, whatever. And the gigantic wheel well was probably intended to be tubbed out, huge drag slicks, and maybe dirt track. I'm just putting a guess, I'm not sure. But that's what the body looks like, and that's, in order to make this fit onto that frame, I gotta extend this 2.5 foot, which is out here to the jack. It ain't gonna look right. So I thought maybe cut that off, totally redo it, make it come out more, and then make it rounded off the back. They may help blend it in better. That's the reason why I can't go with the leaf spring, because where that rear drops off at is before the rear leaf spring hanger. It's right there, those field lines. Drops me right there. So it's not going to work. So in order to make it work, I have to go with the drag link setup, and then it'll be fine. Should be fine. And so, well, I knocked all the emissions control off this motor. I still got to do a block off plate. Excuse me. It's the benefits when you can video edit and knock certain parts of the video out. Unfortunately, my recording devices just ain't holding a video, and I missed a lot of video footage. None of it got saved. And so, well, I took the stainless steel, drilled them out. Well, I just took thick bolts, threaded them in, and shaved them off. The O2 sensor two sensor here, took it out, stuck a big washer, small nut, and wrenched the crap out of it, put a big washer on the outside, and pounded it with exhaust sealer. And so now we got a water neck for the thermostat housing, kick down cable, and then I got to work on the throttle. Got my throttle plate here, so they'll be able to go up in there somewhere. So everything that's with the motor is 87 Monte Carlo, not the Super Sport, maybe like more like the Classic, the Buick, and the olds. So that's where I'm at with this. Sorry for such a short video. I was hoping to be able to do more, but I've been out here the entire day. I'm really hurting. I got a huge mess to clean up, and just thought maybe to put an update of the video out there. Appreciate y'all stopping in and watching. Thank you for the like, my friend. I appreciate it. And y'all got questions or want to suggest something, feel free to chime in and let me know. I'm always up for a challenge, and I'm always into listening to what people's ideas are and listen to what they have to say. And I think that's pretty much it, where I'm going to leave this one. It's going to start getting really noisy here in a minute, as you can hear in the background. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. And appreciate y'all stopping in and watching. And as always, y'all get up and do something every day. Keep moving. You'll be glad you did. And you can thank me later for it. And so, well, hope y'all come back and watch again. Hope to see y'all next time. Y'all take care and have a good one, and God bless. See you next time.